What's up everyone, I hope you all had a great start into the week. Let's talk about the Proboscis Cernos. Being the 5th Cernos bow in the game, we actually got something rather special this time. First of all, when the arrow reaches the surface, the tendrils pull in enemies with a range of 9 meters. This is amazing for crowd controlling smaller groups, choke points on maps, and just to group enemies for a swift kill. After 2 ticks of viral and slash damage, the tendrils explode in a radius of 7 meters with a 50% linear drop-off. This means that you want the full group hugging each other like a set of horny monkeys to apply the most amount of damage possible.
Monkey.
So without further ado, we got 3 builds today. But to save you some time, I also went ahead and tried some synergies, which I'll show at the end of the video. Right, build number 1, Corrosive Goodness. Quick note, I like to show off one build as a base setup. If the build doesn't get changed completely, I will only briefly show the follow-up builds as an image, just as an FYI. Cool, multi-shot, with split chamber and vigilante armaments, straight damage with serration and heavy caliber, and yes, heavy caliber can be used here as we're pulling in enemies in an AoE anyway. Malignant Force and High Voltage for the corrosive combo and 120% status chance increase. Rifle Aptitude for 90% status chance increase. Vile Acceleration for a faster charge rate. Note that you can use Vigilante Fervor too, if you don't format your weapons wrong like me. And finally, Vigilante Supplies, because this bow only has 9 arrows in its quiver. The Vigilante set with the current build also has a 50% chance to enhance our crits. Since this is an equipped weapon though, it's kind of pointless, but hey, we'll take it anyway. So with this build we got some solid damage. Great for lower level enemies and just to clear out trash mobs in the process. However, there isn't a whole lot of scalability and it just lacks the punch in the face when it comes to steel path enemies. So next up, the return of gas. Now I know what you're about to say, but just shut up and listen. This build, as funny as it sounds, actually works fairly well. All we changed is, instead of Vile Acceleration, we use Bane of Corrupted. Use the primed version if you have it. And change the elemental combo to gas by switching out High Voltage for thermite rounds. Notice what I said on the last build, format your weapons correctly. I can't use Vigilante Supplies now because I'm a dumb monkey.
Monkey.
This build works surprisingly well, scales with the amount of enemies pulled in, and is an all-round powerhouse. I don't think I have to tell you what happens if we put in Corpus or Infested now. Or do I? Anyway, now we get to the third build. Originally, I wasn't even planning a third build, because pure slash builds are boring, and I didn't want to make a utility build because this weapon is too strong. But through the official Warframe Discord, I heard someone say, build pure electric. And so I did. And this build is bonkers. Now remember, electricity actually scales, so this build will do fairly well even on higher level enemies. It just destroys these level 140 heavy gunners like they're nothing. All we switched out was thermite rounds for Bane of Corrupted and added Stormbringer for pure elemental damage. And here's the build again. Thanks for the suggestion, Maggie. On to the synergies. I will quickly explain them and then show the clips of how it would look like. All of these synergies have been tested with the gas build just to keep some consistency. Wisp. Breach Surge. Needless to explain, insane damage over time when you hit a headshot. Vauban. Keep the enemies in a tight radius with Bastille, making sure there's no damage fall off. Nidus. Same concept with Larva. Hildrin. Armor reduction, effectively killing the enemy quicker. Mirage. Obvious strength gains. Note that your clones will not spawn the appendages though. Gauss. Thermo armor strip. Basically one-shot anything that's in your way. Oberon. Same thing with Hallowed Ground, Reckoning, and enough power strength. These are just quick suggestions to use at your own disposal. I'm sure there are better synergies out there or more optimal builds, but keep the diversity coming and enjoy your own playstyle. At the end of the day, fun counts more than being the most effective killer in a PvE game. With that said, try the builds out and let me know what you think in the comment section. Also make sure to like the video and subscribe for more videos like this, because next week we're going to have another brainstorm video. So stay tuned. Swag out. Later.